Are you looking for love or points?
Or how about a little doggy chow?
I used to love doggy chow.
Well, this week, maybe the bitches can win a date with the furry du jour, Zane Phillips.
That's right. And on the runway, it's giving elevated arts and crafts and paper dolls.
And the MVQ point drama is coming to a head, and I want to pop it.
At this point, the MVQ points drama is the MVQ points drama tricks.
Say what you want, but Daya said there's no criteria for these points, and it's just a game of friendship and alliances. No glamour.
Are you ready to see who makes it to the semifinals from Heat 3?
Let's go.
I love Crystal.
M.
Oh.
M. Mom! Race Chaser! Woo-hoo! Race Chaser! Yeehaw! Race Chaser! Woo-hoo! Race Chaser! Yeehaw! Hello!
Hello.
Hello, and welcome back to Race Chaser Au Courant, a podcast dedicated to the discussion, dissection,
And dissemination
of every single episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, starting from the very beginning.
This is the beginning.
Oh, yes, honey. My name's Alaska. What is yours?
Hello, I am Willam. Hello, Des.
Yes, you are. And there is something, this isn't on the outline, but there is something I just wanted to bring up before we get started today. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, girl.
It's Willam's birthday, everyone.
Yes.
Now, by the time this comes out, Willam's birthday will have gone and passed by a couple of days, but let's keep celebrating. Who cares?
Yeah, go buy my merch. Dragqueenmerch.com, my best
And
Judy.
I got you something, Willam.
Oh.
I got you a sugar-free Metamucil.
See, because I don't drink my calories.
Yeah, exactly. There's no sense in doing that. So
as I put thumbtacks in my ears and we're talking about sense.
Oh my God.
Usually around an office, when it's someone's birthday, they get donuts or flowers or things like that. But I know
I got thumbtacks.
Willam doesn't like flowers, and he's not eating donuts in the moment, so I just got him cash.
Get her the $20 bill, honey.
Baby, I'm going to see Queen Kong tonight at Mickey's, and I know where this is going.
Oh, Kerr. Get it changed into
She is
fives.
going to see my currency and my cunt tonight.
We're so glad you're here, and happy birthday to you, madam.
Thank you.
I want to know.
I'm so glad that you're
what
here.
happened. I want to know what happened on this last episode of All Stars 10.
Well, you're in luck because I can tell you all about it. Last week, the queens competed in a mini challenge photo shoot inspired by Clueless. They wore yellow plaid, and some looked gutter. And then they got to collaborate on this country challenge called Stage Cooch. And on the runway, the girls were being Miley, and there were some recreations and homages with incorrect hair do's and don'ts. And then on the runway, the girls were top 2 and bottom 4. The top 2 were Ginger and Denali, and the bottom 4 were everybody else. And shock of all shocks, Ginger won the lip sync. And she snagged another win. She's got 6 points across the board. And I just finished my nails.
And just like that.
Just like that.
Yes, Ginger is really dominating. And now the girls are hanging out, talking about their MVQ points.
Cock-a-da-cawing. And I wanted to tell you something. I based this podcast on consistency. And
that's what you said. That's what you said you were going to do. So I'm holding you to your word to do that.
But but the judges said that she did good too. Dipper said I did just as good as you.
Well, yes, but I have been consistent, you see. I may not be in drag this week, but I am consistent in that.
No, I thought you were in the illusion of Ross Matthews.
I need a sparkly blouse.
Where's your sparkle?
Flowery blouse.
Where's your sparkle?
Where's your sparkle? Yes, Daya is going off. Okay.
Plucked
She's going
fiercely.
off.
All the girls
Pluckzilla.
They have
Plucked.
just because they talked about this earlier. They were saying that the girls were gonna give it to the MVQ of the week, whoever did the best or whatever. But some of the girls don't agree with the judging, and they think Cynthia did better than Daya. I am one of those people. Cynthia's verse was funny. It had country grit. Daya's verse was innocuous. It wasn't offensive. Was it anything that I remember? No. Cynthia's, was it anything that I remember? Yeah. Also no. But I remember how it made me feel, which was good.
Yes.
And that growl and that grit. Sure, those purple tights were ugly, but it's fine. It does not matter at this point what Daya thinks, because they're never going to let her win. She's a villain. Villains don't win.
Also, her method of sort of going about this is like very questionable, because she's like, okay, well, if you don't want to vote the right way, that's fine, but I will not forget that. It's like if you're trying to get the points, you would think that you would want to be like ingratiating yourself with the girls.
Yeah, one would think. Like, I think you'll do really good on a reality show with this attitude, honestly.
I just don't think like beating a point out of someone is ever going to work.
No, but here's the thing. They need story. And Daya is willing to give them anything that they want and be a bitch and be a villain and hurt her chances of being booked in the future on anything but a Voss tour. Because honestly, bitches aren't exactly on everybody's like must book list all the time.
Don't do it.
They're not. And the goal after this show is to work, I think.
You would think.
You would think. So you would want to be nice to people, especially people that had cancer.
Period.
Like, let Alyssa give her point to whoever the fuck she wants. She's not going to be in the final anyway. You won't have to deal with her, Daya. Just move it along and keep it pumping. And, don't make enemies where you don't have to. Like, that's my gig.
She was feeling her pluckings aplenty, and Acid Betty delivers her point in a quaking high voice that was really adorable.
What'd
she was
you
like,
say?
and I'm just gonna give this point to this queen over here that really just it was like so adorable. Acid Betty, I really enjoy her this season. I think she's adorable.
Alyssa also gives her point to Cynthia, and I just don't understand why Alyssa was expected to think that someone did better just because the judges said so. Like, the judges, A, like they do drag, B, like they fucking know, and C,
Mama,
like it's an actual like fair and balanced game. Like,
no, the point is for whoever the fuck you want the point to be for. It is not about this girl or that girl or critiques or consistency. It's just not. And you know what? Cynthia has been consistent. So
yeah, like, go cry into your pissed yellow wig, bitch. Like, I don't care.
Oh dear. Well, it's a new day. It's a new day in the workroom. The breakdown of the points is as follows. Ginger has 6, Cynthia has 4, Denali and Daya have 3, and Acid and Alyssa both have 1.
Mm-hmm. She's the one. The only one. 1 point. Ginger,
the whole mansion of elegance.
Featuring I am body beautiful. My cha-cha pumps. I don't have them on. I got flip-flops on. And I'm rolling the runway down this chair. Ginger says she felt attacked.
She's clearing the air.
She said, I felt a little attacked by the other queens last week. And everybody's like,
name them.
Well, who? And then she said, it was Alyssa. And Alyssa says, well, at least I'm not fake. And Daya says, girl. Alyssa just mastered this language. Don't make her fight back and forth in it. Please.
Okay.
Like, she's gotten across all of her points. She's been very consistent in her reasoning. And guess what? She's going to give it to the girl who's from her home place.
Yeah.
It makes
she
sense.
Can give it to whoever she wants.
And
I don't
also,
think browbeating her is going to make her change her mind.
I really wish Ginger would have brought up, but I'm Puerto Rican too.
What is that from?
It's nothing, but Ginger is Puerto Rican, apparently.
What?
Yeah, did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
She's Latin X. Look it up.
Donde?
Y'all do your job. I'm not the only producer here.
What are you talking about? Ginger
Look
is not Puerto
it
Rican.
Up.
She has Puerto Rican heritage according to Drag Race wikis and other Drag Race sources.
Huh.
She is Irish as well.
Huh. You're going to want to pin that. Pin it.
Put a pin in this. This is unbelievable. What is she going to come out as next?
Maybe a winner.
My God. Good for her.
Well
okay.
done,
Well, the
mama.
video message from RuPaul reads, "Hey, bitches. Everybody say love. Puppy love. Shantae, you stay. Now sit. Roll over. Good girl." Oh, what could it be?
I don't know.
Could this be when we're using those dog costumes we were asked to prepare?
I still have the ears and the tails.
I wish I would have brought it with
You
me.
can
I
keep
wish
them.
I would have known. I wanted to be a dog today so bad.
I
I'd
found
be a
out.
dog for you.
I found out.
I'll be a dog for you.
I got dogged out last night. Does that count? And I'm wearing
It
my old
does
dead dog.
count. Oh,
So cute.
Juana.
That's the Saint Bernard. I don't know what the fuck Ginger was doing with that little perm on the side.
Well, the Maxi Challenge this week, as you know, is the girls are going to be improvising their way through a doggy dating show starring Zane Phillips as the Golden Bitchelor, and the queens will be paired up and going on double dates with Zane. So let's get into this Golden Bitchelor.
After this break.
RuPaul. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. After this break.
And we are back from this break. Sip, never slurp, dear. Cross the
RuPaul is RuPaul's enjoying this dog pup interaction, I think, a lot.
RuPaul's having as much fun as he did at World Pride in those Holocaust pajamas she was pumping. Did you see that look? That was the most she's moved out of the last 3 seasons of Drag Race. Did you see her World Pride look?
Okay. Yes, I did. And she can dance around because she's not in fucking a corset and heels and fuck and fucking glued to shit and fucking things. She wants to dance around in her pajamas at World Pride, and for fuck's sake, she should be allowed to.
Yeah, but you're a drag queen. Why wouldn't you want to do? Does she not like drag? Is that what it is now? Because like Lady
She
Bunny's older
hates
than her.
it.
She just hates it.
She
It's very
hates
clear.
every second of it.
Because of people like me. I understand. I'm sorry, RuPaul. I wish you would just give us what we want. Please be beautiful. We know you can do it. It's in your wheelhouse. It's so easy for you.
She is
Sunglasses and a lip and a wig.
Love that
You
kind
think
of
she is
stuff.
going to run around at World Pride on a stage in the daylight in drag? You have lost your mind if you think that is going to happen.
I think doing
Over
drag,
the last 16 years of this show being on the air, has she ever indicated that she wants to get out in drag ever outside of the controlled environment of that studio? I think she's done it. Maybe you could count on one hand how many times this woman has gotten in drag outside of that studio.
SNL,
It was
the Vanity Fair cover,
The Emmys.
the Emmys.
the Emmys. That's literally, and AJ and the Queen, but that's like another thing. But even if you count that,
yeah.
she does not want to get out in drag. And I don't blame her.
I
At
love
least
it. I don't
here,
think
she's in charge of the filters, you know, and she's
Oh,
in
yeah.
charge of the lighting.
Well, when
She's
we
in
get to
charge of the
that point,
output.
I mean, we're literally just like doing this outside in nature.
We don't put filters on our video. That's cheating. That's fake.
Filters are for pools,
At-
not
At least
people.
I'm not fake. Do we think RuPaul is
Fake.
literally hard during this interaction with Zayn?
I'm
It's
not
a little
sure.
like sexual.
I see. This is the part of the drag that I agree with RuPaul. You should let everybody think that you're down. Like
Down
everybody,
for what?
DTF. The Adore Delano song featuring Alaska Thunderfuck.
So she should let everyone think that.
No, that's what she's doing with Zayn. She's like being like suggestive and like,
Yeah.
hosty with the mosty.
Yeah.
Like, oh, a bone? A dog pun? Where?
Very bone.
This challenge is stupid. The dog thing happened in season 4, and I didn't watch it then until we reviewed the fucking episode. Nobody wants to dress up as a dog. No drag queen has ever had to dress up like a dog for their career. They could have done this without the whole dog shit thing. It's just they're
At
trying
the bitch ball, rough, 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 rough.
It's like they take one of those things and go, which season will we copy off of this? Oh, 4 dogs. And then let's do the snatchler. The Bitchelor, the Bachelor. Well, that's what we'll do. And that's what they did.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree because I think this is adorable. And I think everybody likes dogs. Dogs are one of those, dogs and cats are one of those sort of unifying, like whether you're straight, you're gay, you're young, you're old, dogs are adorable. So this is a very universal thing. And then they're also bringing in, these dating shows that are very popular. So I thought it was cute. I love their acting when their dogs are told to them, like,
Don't
you'll
call that
be
acting.
playing a Saint Bernard. I will? Me?
That's so convenient. I brought a Saint Bernard costume from home.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of like acting reactions this season, I think. Like, we have to write a rap? Oh my God. Are you sure?
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know if I can do that.
I hope that I'm able to do that and I can backdate my sentences and my statements to 2 days before when I already did that. Like, yeah. I'm fine with people putting things in my mouth, but I don't need to be spoon-fed. Like, these lies, I don't need it. Just cut it out. Just say, this is a challenge. We don't need to know everything.
You were asked to prepare a dog character ahead of time. I mean, that's not, like, that wouldn't, like, ruin the show for me. It's obvious they brought these outfits. Anyway, let's get into them.
Betty is a purebred poodle. She's a pompous showgirl, very confident. It's like this, what's the word? Not deposition. It starts with a D.
Depilatory?
No.
Dilapidated?
No. Dossier.
Dossier.
The dossier, basically. The dossier, yeah, thank you. The dossier describes her. She's a headliner in Paw Vegas. And
Pause Vegas.
Pause Vegas, sorry. Alyssa Hunter is a frisky mutt with a fresh litter, and everything is sexual. Denali is a
monster.
Yeah, I was like, it looks like Splinter impregnated a hooker.
Yes, it's very Master Splinter down in the sewer, honey. Yes. Technodrome, honey. Technodrome pussy.
Fully. Denali is a King Charles Spaniel, and she says she's a British emotional support dog, and she's very nervous and antsy. And CuCu's a Chihuahua. Is that all of them?
Ginger is a Saint Bernard, of course. Ginger looks like Barf from Spaceballs. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Very much so. He shot my hair.
She tweeted this picture of her next to Barf, but apparently this tweet might have been stolen from someone else who tweeted the same thing slightly before.
So what? It's about her. She can
Maybe they just had a similar thought.
Yeah, great minds think alike. The
Acid Betty looks sickening as a Doberman.
She really does.
That's a beautiful dog.
She should pump this look more. I thought it was a little weird that they gave the spaghetti thing to the girl that wasn't the King Charles Spaniel, like Lady and the Tramp. But Ginger does work well around food. Like Ginger was eating this whole challenge, and also she ate food the whole challenge.
She was eating, honey.
Dipping meatballs and things, filling up her flask, and the Ginger is great on her toes. She can't see them, but she's great on them. She is.
Now why?
What?
Now why you gotta?
Can she?
Now why you gotta do all that? What?
Have you met me?
I thought. Listen,
It's my fucking birthday. Let me be mean to people. You cunt. You goddamn Chilean cunt. Colombian cunt.
Ginger.
Where the fuck you are?
Ginger made me laugh out loud.
Me too.
A few times.
When Alyssa set her up and said, "Oh, you be my new baby stepfather," and she said, "Well, do you need a 12 stepfather?" Just how she
So funny.
She peppered in the punchlines where there were none from Alyssa. Alyssa was doing her best. Ginger was doing better, and Zayn was
When
naturally
Ginger
more
said-
drawn.
When she was like, and she was fully giving Jinx in Little Shop during this. She was like, "Do you like brandy? Have you ever?" That was so funny because Zayn did not get the joke at all, but
He does not know
it was
Brandy's back
very funny.
catalog. Yeah, I wrote that down too. I was like, I wanted Alyssa to next say, "Have you ever found the words?" Like, I wanted her to continue with the song and then have them both stump Zayn because he's a himbo and he would probably know that playing dumb would be a cute thing. And I wish he would have. But Alyssa doesn't know Brandy's back catalog either.
No.
Who's this?
Acid, I
Denali.
also thought was really funny. She made me LOL. She was like Violet Chachki as a dog. She was like this fucking slutty dominatrix bitch, you know?
And what Acid did that was very smart was she gave levels. She raised her voice and then she became serious. And it was like, it was not just, "I'm sitting here. Let me wait for my turn
No.
to speak." She was
No.
actively participating. And that is a wonderful thing to see instead of waiting for someone to like give you a, ooh, your turn, you know, like be a part of the fucking scene. I thought Denali was great. She said, Skadoodle the poodle, and switch the sausage roll for mud flaps or something. I don't know.
What?
She said, "Have you ever skadoodled with a poodle?"
Oh.
And you switch that sausage
Okay.
roll out for some mud flaps. Because they were turning into dyke dogs in the water once they got wet.
Oh, yes, they were. Honey, you put the dogs in the hot tub and, honey, anything can happen.
I have a question, girls. Where were the obvious missed jokes about expressing one's anal glands? Grooming,
Yeah.
muzzles, leashes.
I'm a bad bitch, no muzzle.
Honestly, there were so many things that were lacking in this scene that made me think, okay, yeah, these were the girls that were available.
Did you call it the Corey King shoe on Cynthia? Mama,
No.
it was the dreaded
was a
Corey
boot?
King shoe on literal Cynthia Lee. Cynthia Lee also looked like a Twi'lek from Star Wars. There's a lot of Star Wars references this episode, but
I don't know what
Twi'leks
that
are
is.
those the ones with the like big like tube on their head.
I've never seen Star Wars.
She was good. Well, it's really good. You'd like it. There's a lot of drag, but Cynthia, I don't know that she looked like a dog, but she looked like an alien sort of priestess kind of
Well, that
creature.
works.
Dildo, vodka sauce. These jokes got me together. Ginger was on a fucking roll, bitch.
The dildo one, was that about dill the herb? Because of a pickle or something?
Yes, because Alyssa was like hitting a dead end with like this dildo talk. And then Ginger was like,
Oh, a
yeah,
dough,
that's
like the
my
bread.
favorite type of bread.
She had something for everyone and for every volley back and forth. They didn't all hit, but she did fucking great. She deserved this one.
It was sort of like when Jinx was on her season and it was an improv challenge. It was just like, oh my, one person is just sort of like head and shoulders above everyone else in the skills of like improv and comedy. And it's just like, they just are like, ba-bom, ba-bom, ba-bom. It was very funny. It was enjoyable.
Oh, I look so good. Y'all, are you on Mom
You
Plus
look
Gold?
really great.
You'll be able to see how good I look. And it's my birthday. Let me be mean. I'm good at it. I don't even want to.
It is.
Thank you.
It is.
You also look
Your
nice.
pussy is a climate terrorist.
Girl, I got more texts and phone calls about that than I did about my birthday.
You know? There you go.
Including from judges on the panel. They thought it was funny too.
Oh.
I can't tell you on here. I'm not trying to fuck their
Name
careers up,
'em.
girl.
Okay, well, that's nice. The next day, the girls are chatting. Ginger is reheating my nachos and offering $10,000 for points.
Did you notice she didn't say PayPal, though, because they're not a sponsor for the show anymore? Or they never were,
not.
and now there's a competing sponsor. Didn't they have Cash App?
Cash App, they did, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well...
Missed opportunity, misquote. Denali is nervous because she said she hasn't been playing the friendship game. I also think she's nervous because she showed her temperament and hit it off the stage and said, I'm not going to do your little 1-2 step, dancy.
Yeah.
You make me feel so fucking mad. I'm gonna leave the stage right now. Fuck you all now. Because, you know, she was feeling some way, so she hit it that one time.
Mad.
And I think that the judges saw that and were like, oh, no, girl. We're in charge, not you.
We don't do that.
We tell you when to pee. We tell you when to move. We tell you when to leave.
We also have to touch on Daya's. I mean, she's bringing back up this thing, and she's also doing it at the moment in her makeup where she looks the absolute most insane. The orange beard cover only and the yellow contacts. She's trying to have a serious emotional conversation. It looks like Gollum, but like also like on like addicted to like when you huff the spray paint in the paper bag, like kind of look. And it was very difficult to take her seriously. But she was like, listen to me. Listen to me right now. This is why you should give me your girl. She's not gonna, Mama. No. She looked CuCu on this day.
She turned to Alyssa and she said, the judges told you. Oh, she's upset because what she thought Alyssa said was, I'll give you my point. Alyssa never said that. And so Alyssa said, the judges told you that you were in the top. That is not what I saw. See, Alyssa has something called critical thinking. And she was able to see that Denali and CuCu were better than Daya on that day in the country challenge. Some people were saying Denali's outfit wasn't country, but I saw a cowboy hat with feathers and then a chap-like formation in a bodysuit with feathers. I saw country.
Period.
Plus,
I saw country.
I saw country.
I saw lots of country.
Daya
Why don't we go ahead and take a break?
Wait.
Oh,
I just want to tell you.
Hold up.
If you don't give me my point...
Chanclas. I hope Cynthia's going to be selling chanclas.
Baby, I will be the first one there. Y'all, I want more Cynthia in our lives. If you want more Cynthia in your life, follow her. Go to her gigs. She is a fucking delight. Check her out.
She truly is. Yeah. She's amazing.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
I can give you the rundown.
Diva, you know what time it is. It's our weekly fashion segment here at Race Chaser. This is the Runway Rundown. First off, you look beautiful, you look stunning, you look gorgeous.
You're right. And
I love your your playful use of paper, playful use of color.
All in all, I'd say it's not bad.
Now, this is I wanted to do a look for today. So this is my lista de lavanderia.
Yeah, but also you're supporting the
three colors.
Supporting the trans community. Tricolor beauty. Yes. Yes. Wow.
All in all, I'd say not bad. We want to jump right in talking about these looks this season because the looks are lovely. This is gonna crinkle. The
Gary from
listeners are
Sound
gonna
is
have
gonna
a
have an
field day. ASMR, baby, that is what you are. Okay, all right. Let's start with Mother. Okay, Mother is wearing a dress. Thank you, Mother. No, I'm just kidding. She looks amazing. I fucking love this look.
Let's start from the top. She's in blonde hair again. It's not white. It's boof.
Thank you.
We love this hair. This hair is an improvement.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
got
you.
body. It's got soul. It's basically Anita Baker. This dress is also an event. It's. I don't know what's going on with all of it, but it seems like 100 yards of taffeta.
Why not?
I don't mind a print like this.
And also her makeup today. Her makeup is very deep. Like she was like, I'm done with this painting real light shit. I want to really smoke it out.
And
I love it.
Naomi Smalls is going to be pleased. She put in a contact.
Thank you.
Thank
that
you.
feels so good.
And a long pink hooker nail. I'm here for it. I don't necessarily.
Do we think
the earring is? Sickening too? It's a
love it.
Big.
Do we think RuPaul saw what Mayan Lopez was wearing and said, "Baby, get me that one. Get me that multicolor fantasy"?
She said, "Oh, you wanted to come through
today.
the Marco Marco, Miss Mayan? Well, okay, I'm gonna wear this Zaldi." I love it.
Visage looks grand, gorgeous, golden, beautiful.
It's like a Hercules muse. I love it. Visage looks correct.
Do. Double the size of her head.
This is perfect
Brilliant.
proportions, honestly. I have no notes about Michelle. T.S. Madison is in a deep magenta waved wig with a lovely glitter all over, frilly breastises. I love it. And
this is when you go to put on a little bit of glitter pigment, but there's a fan going in the room, so it blows everywhere. So it's all over, honey.
Yeah.
It's literally every surface of her is glittering like a disco ball. She looks exquisite today. Tiffany Samantha Madison.
Very much so. No Samantha Madison needed, actually. Ashley. Mayan Lopez. Did we talk about her?
We kind of talked about Mayan. She looks great.
I love it. Big stones. She is present, and she loves drag so much.
She does.
I've gotten to see her a couple times at Marco's, and she just sees everything, and she takes it all in, and she appreciates, and she's seen every episode of the show too. She's a great judge. Let's get to these dolls.
Let's get the paper dolls, that is. Protect the paper dolls.
Yes. First up on the runway is Ms. Alyssa Hunter. And she is in a traditional look that is a mask in Puerto Rico that they wear made out of paper. So maybe this takes some crochet inspiration.
I know I'm not supposed to eat the paper.
She thought I was going to eat the paper.
She thought I was going to... Hold on. She thought I was going to eat the paper. I know I'm not supposed to eat the paper.
That's what I wanted to ask you. What would you have done for a paper runway? Would you have done Patti LaBelle on a morning TV show? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. They're going to gag for you on All Winners, honey.
Honestly, I know what my dress would have ended up looking like. It would have looked like when Manila did the money dress on season 3. Like crinkled up paper, creating like a sort of spongy texture. Like I like that aspect of it.
Oh. That sounds...
Like you don't like that idea?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Crumpled up and spongy? Is that what I give?
No, Resourceful. You give resourceful.
What would you do?
Yeah.
What would I do?
What would you have done? A few post-its across your tits.
Now, hold on now. It's her birthday.
I'm fucking sitting over here in a fucking hotel in fucking Bogota, Colombia, not in drag at all. I am not trying to read. I was just kidding.
Not trying to read. You just come so naturally. You don't need to try. And honestly, I appreciate it because, I appreciate it because you are correct, bitch. But I am going full on Staples Office Depot. I have thumbtacks in my ears. I have paper on my tits.
Period.
I have a crayon belt. I have a giant
Crayons.
paper clip to make my
Paper clip?
dick look big in photos.
Difficult. Yeah.
Like I am the paper puss. Paper
You
puss.
are the paper doll, honey. You can't read the paper doll.
You can't because
read
there's
the
no
paper
writing on the
doll.
paper. She thought I was going to write the
Baby,
paper.
The paper doll can't read.
Well, on the back of this are all the quotes of the mean things I've said about Ginger this season. I typed them out myself.
But there must be a train.
Shut the
It
fuck
must be a
up.
long train, like Princess Diana.
Yeah, it's at the wedding, honey. I said nice things this episode.
You did. Alyssa Hunter looks cool. I mean, the shoes were really like it really throws your eye off because it's the completely other angle of the way like the shoe goes. So it's an interesting optical illusion. I love her hair. It looks like it's fucking 3D printed the way it's like so shellacked and slick.
Do you know that these shoes almost didn't fit Alyssa? So what she did was she made a shoehorn.
Oh, she did. Yeah. Uh-huh. The details of this are great. Something about the fit around the panty is a little like a kind of like a men's like swim trunk almost.
Like a paper panty.
It's like, what are you supposed to do with a paper panty? It ends up looking like this. But the rest
I would love
of it
to hear
is
what
really
Michael Kors
cool
has to
and
say
dramatic.
About this. Tell us, what would Michael Kors say about Alyssa's outfit? Give us a quote. I know you know them all.
It's like she had an old diaper ruched up the front of her.
Honestly.
Well done, mama.
Ginger Minge
Ginger.
is next on the stage, and she is giving an Elizabethan papyrus gown fantasy that's Shakespeare inspired, not Shakespeare, because that would be a disaster right from the get. It's
Hashtag dead. Status update. My name is Clarisha Kiana, the true prima donna. Oh shit. My name is Lakeisha Kiana, the true prima. Fuck.
My name is Jasmine
Anyway.
Masters, and I will fuck up the things I have to say.
I think Ginger looks adorable. She looks like a fucking cartoon character.
Yeah, it's
The
giving.
proportions are so exaggerated. The hair, that hip just goes so out. She looks like an illustration. I think this is adorable. It's clever. And to find out that it's all of the printed out
References.
passages regarding like drag and Shakespeare is like such a fun detail to add. And I love it.
Also, this look is just very I see clearly she must have caught all of this artistry from Gottmik. This white face. She definitely caught the artistry. It's clear.
Okay.
She's artistic.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought this was a well done look. The wig was great with the pearls. It gave the opportunity for that Mayan Lopez joke where she was like, I've heard of a pearl necklace, but not a pearl headband. Funny.
Very funny.
Quippy.
Well done, Ginger Minge.
Her
The
outfit
old
is
Ginger
quippy.
Minge.
Denali.
Denali. I mean,
No.
it's showgirl, it's cunt, it's fox,
I think this is her hair in the front with a little swoop-de-doop piece on it. She's giving frontal leave out.
ooh.
It seems a little cumbersome for her to walk. It feels like one arm she's holding to keep something in the right spot. But I'm not gonna deduct too many points. I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. I think this is very well made, and it honors her Mexican heritage. This is some folklore animal thing that is alebrija, which we haven't gotten that word on Duolingo yet. But when we do, I'll be like, hey, girl, Denali, they're talking about you on Duolingo.
Is the back unfinished or is it meant to be that way?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't like the nude on the back of that. That could be like a nude thong and she'd be fine. She should just get her ass out because that back looks like it's unfinished.
You know.
And the ass is so like choice and prime. Why would you not want to put that prime cut of beef on the runway?
Feature your fucking strengths. I mean, it looks as though, like, just seeing the back shot, it looks as though, like, they ran out of time making all these intricate black feathers and didn't do the back. That's what it looks like. But, like, this is one of those things where, like, it's so intricate and beautifully done. You can't even tell it's paper. I mean, I couldn't tell what the fuck it is. It's just beautiful. She looks great. It's a very effective presentation, I would say.
I honestly just don't like the back. You're right about that though.
Yeah.
And
next up is Diabetical.
Diabetti has you know what? They are not being kind with her edit, and I'll tell you why. All those steps on the runway that she took, and they chose one at 4104 where a single paper paillette falls off to the ground. Diabetti had a jumper.
But she won the challenge.
She won the challenge, so they knew Ginger could beat someone in that lip sync. Because if Denali was in that lip sync, it would have been
Daya won the lip sync.
I'm a liar. It's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday, bitch.
It's your birthday.
I'm not supposed to contradict myself. I just think of all the shots that they could have used. They didn't need to use one where her outfit was literally falling apart.
So this, I feel like, I mean, she looks really cool, but it almost, if you are told this is the paper runway, to me, I think there would be, I think it's beneficial to have something nodding to the fact that it's paper. Yeah. The construction is so far away from, like, you can't even tell it's paper. And at that, it's like reflective paper, which I've never reflective paper is not like a common usage of paper.
No, who are you calling common?
So I feel like, it kind of misses the mark in the sense that it doesn't resemble paper at all. It just resembles like fashion. And the fact that it's made of paper is like an afterthought.
Yeah, she elevated it to like a Galliano McQueen level of artistry here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no nod. You're right. There's no nod to the fun thing that it could be a paper doll runway. Like nobody went straight up like loose leaf and Post-its. Like who would do that?
I think that, that would have been cool.
Me too. I think this is gorgeous. It's not fun. And it doesn't make me, when I see this, it doesn't make me go, oh, paper doll runway. It makes me go, buggy bitch. Because she looks like a bug.
Buggy bitch.
And she's a bitch.
Buggy bitch. Next up is Acid Buggy.
I love this dress.
She's giving let them eat cake. Let them eat cake. Let them eat cake.
This is gorgeous. I am not mad at this at all. I love the styling. You know what? This is the first time I've seen her where she looks soft. Pastels.
Soft.
Not so
honey.
Climate terrorism, like fire and lava and
when Acid Betty is involved, the neck will always be painted, Mama. She is the neck.
That is not how you hide your Adam's apple, girls. You don't just pick a random color.
She has never not had a painted neck, and honey, that neck stays painted. This is a beautifully made garment.
Yeah,
we know this was made by Chakra, who's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
the details on the cameo portraits on the skirt. It's telling a story. It looks like paper. That's a good thing.
The hair is exquisite.
And then she topped it off with
paper hat.
And I like that the strings of the chandelier are, there. And I just thought that was I've never seen that before. Maybe that's a thing people do often, but I've never seen it.
You can tell it's fake though because the chandelier's not plugged in. Very Drag Race.
Okay. Acid Berry, you look great. And then she turns around and there's flames on the back. Flames! Heaving, breathless, breathing. I hate her so much.
Do you know that in the original Clue, when it came out in theaters, they gave different cuts to different theaters, and then only when it was released on the VHS, they put all 3 of the endings. Isn't that nuts?
It's amazing to believe that you could go to a movie and see a different ending than your friend in another state would see. It's cool.
I had to go see Sinners twice because I thought that there was an incest plot point that I missed. And I was so confused the whole movie. So I went back the second time. And once I realized that they weren't brothers, sisters, lovers, it made more sense. Because I was like, why is there incest baby in heaven waiting for him? It wasn't an incest baby. Cynthia Lee Fontaine is present.
I liked it.
She threw a green crease up in that
I watched this.
What did you like about it?
I want to give context. I watched this
with your eyes closed
at a club in Bogota. We went to a viewing party, or what we were told was a viewing party. And when we arrived, the episode was on a TV, but it was just sort of like a club, and there was a DJ blasting music. And so it wasn't like we're going to sit and watch the show. It was just the show was on without volume, and the subtitles were all in Spanish. So I was like, I don't know what is going on, but I'm watching the runway, and I'm not joking, and I'm not trying to be droll.
You're not joking, bitch?
I thought Cynthia Lee Fontaine's runway was one of the most beautiful, simple, it's striking. It stood out from everyone else. I thought it was a really good runway when I first saw it.
And then what happened? You opened your other eye, or you got the conjunctivitis out of the one that was open?
Upon further inspection, it is very let me go to the party store. I'm going to throw 6 of these in my bag. I'm going to throw 1 of these in my bag. I'm going to put it over a fucking nude leotard, and then we're just going to hit it. That's what it actually is.
You know what, though? I will give her credit. From the neck up, though, this wig line, undetectable. I love this hair on her. The mug is beat. She looks beautiful.
She does.
From the shoulders down, though, I think the only way to improve this is an open flame and some lighter fluid.
Okay. Call Acid Betty.
Honey. Shit. You know what? Acid Betty also made that video setting the look on fire, the one that she still hasn't paid for fully. And with a barbecue lighter, she should have had a match and then struck it and then threw it. Because lighting it and waiting for it to catch up, it's girl, you obviously are not suited for camera stuff if that's not how you know what to do. You strike the match, let it illuminate your eyes, and then you throw it, and then the garment. She didn't even have an accelerant.
Then the police come and they're like, there's a car on fire in your driveway, and then you say to them, don't worry, it won't happen again while you're smoking a cigarette in your house. And then you go get your hair cut.
How short?
I want to cut it all off. And your friend doesn't want to cut your hair off. And you're like, give me the fucking scissors. I'm going to do it myself. And then you get a fierce little pixie cut. That's all the muñecas de papel, the paper dolls.
Paper dolls.
As a bonus, do we have any thoughts about our dog looks that came down the line?
Ken. Purina.
What? Purina.
I would just like to say this about RuPaul. I know I want mother to make my cunt quake. I want to feel it. When I see it and I know it, I want it to quake inside me
Mm.
and know that feeling that she is the queen of drag.
Period.
This dress is closer to that than a lot of her looks this season. This hair also closer to that. It doesn't make me quake from the inside, but it makes me know that she knows what we want and she'll give it to us a little bit, but she don't give a fuck.
Riding me up.
She likes to try different things. I was trying to talk about these dog looks, and you're going back to RuPaul's gown. So she's making something quake within you.
I didn't have much nice things to say about the dog looks. That's why I was trying to, like, Daya looks fine.
I thought Acid Betty looked really great, and I think Dobermans are like the most beautiful dog.
They're very elegant and streamlined. I thought Denali looked great as her like King Charles whatever. Cynthia looks like a crazy Ewok with PTSD.
Ewoks.
Ginger is some kind of like Friar Tuck with a frizzle frazzle wig. Daya Betty.
And Alyssa Hunter is a fucking gremlin.
Alyssa Hunter looks like
from hell.
Looks like a dog that barks from 12:45 in the morning until 11:59 at night every day.
Mm-hmm.
The titties are crazy.
She's that girl.
It's like some like space hairball hooker thing.
Yeah.
I think what's her name? One of the
Diabetical.
Acid Betty. Her glove should come up much higher. The one that cuts off at the elbow. It's just a mistake. Girls, don't do that. Don't do all that. I think Daya Betty and Denali have the best looks out of the girls here. And the ones that use prosthetics and makeup to their advantage look great. Daya was a little concerned with being pretty, I think, instead of being Poochie.
But
Poochie
I mean, on that note, I thought that Denali like looked great and looked like a dog, but I feel like that holds you back in like acting and comedy because you can't express with your face. Like your face is literally covered with a thing. So I think it actually was a disservice to her having the actual prosthetic. The girls who just painted on a nose ended up doing better.
Girl, I am tired of you dogging these girls out.
You know what?
What?
Go chase the fire hydrant.
You know what? Fetch
bitch.
Fetch you.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, okay?
What about felch? Baby, none of these girls tried to lick their own butts. I was very...
we saw.
They weren't committed, I don't think, enough. I would have fucking pissed in that hot tub. I would have made the hot tub turn brown somehow, brought in chocolate syrup with me, and made it seem like, uh-oh, that one's not house trained. I would have done something to gag, and none of these girls gagged me in this challenge. Their outfits were the best part of the challenge, and Ginger's jokes.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
Ginger was really funny.
None of them had tails. Where was the tails?
There weren't a lot of tails going on. This is the moment where we choose our top salute and top disputes of the week. So who was your favorite runway look this week?
My top salute of the week was Ginger Minj.
Oh my God, me too. We did not plan this ahead of time. And as we've been doing, we've been giving a little prize to our top salute girlies of the week. Ginger Minj. Yeah, I have to say, we talked about the Red Cosmetic Bag last time. And I have to say, it has been very popular. It has been flying off the shelves. So you know what? Once more, we're going to do the Red Cosmetic Bag for Ginger Minj. This is available on AlaskaThunderfuck.com. The reason I have this, I'm in Colombia, but the reason I have this is because it's my actual toiletry bag and I love it and it brings me joy. And I want it to bring you joy. So Ginger, you are going home with the red Alaska Thunderfuck Cosmetic Bag available on AlaskaThunderfuck.com. Salute.
Wow. She's a winner, baby.
Now, let's dog walk someone. Who's your biggest dispute of the week?
My biggest dispute of the week is Acid Betty, because I hate girls that wear shit and don't pay for it. It's tacky. And I don't mean tacky like the back of a Post-it where it barely sticks. I mean tacky as in bad sister etiquette. And you know...
I invented the glue of Post-its.
Yeah? I wasn't Art Fry?
I did. No, it was me.
What are the polymers? What were the polymers, honey?
My biggest dispute of the week is going to be Diabetes. Not because she doesn't look great. She looks amazing and it's a beautiful piece of artistry, but I think it missed the mark as far as telling us this is paper in a way that kind of everyone else kind of took it to Paper Town.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Paper Town, won't you take me to Paper Town?
Take me to Paper Town. That is it for this week's runway rundown of All Stars 10. Muñecas de papel. Thank you so much for watching.
Now might be a good time for everybody to watch the Race Chaser bonus content where we did paper outfits. And I set you on fire, which I don't regret many things. Yeah. That is the one thing I regret is that I set you on fire because that was taking it too far. And I don't admit that a lot. But in that moment after I set you on fire, I was like, Willam, you shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have done that. But you know what? It all worked out okay. And we are stronger than yesterday.
Tear it up like newspaper because it wasn't built right, no how. Oh.
I love Crystal.
I was going to say, this is the spot where the judges' critiques usually go.
Oh.
But there wasn't.
This isn't critiques, Mama.
No.
Unless they're talking about CuCu's dress.
That wasn't a dress, Mama.
T.S. Madison was like, this is a no. I liked it. But I talked about that already. The judges have, choice words to say. They liked Alyssa's looks, but she just didn't stand out next to Ginger during the improv challenge. It would be hard to. Yeah.
I thought that Ginger was a pro at the scenes, just like the judges did. And she said the Shakespearean references on her dress, she typed them all out. It was all the drag references in Shakespeare and everything. Yeah. This is where I have a moment. Michelle takes a moment to address the camera and talk about Marie Antoinette and all that. Marie Antoinette...
Ginger wasn't doing Marie Antoinette.
I know. Ginger was doing Elizabethan, which was in the 1564 years. And Marie Antoinette was in the 1774-ish years, baby.
It's like a totally different,
200 years
vibe,
later, different country, Michelle is wrong.
Thing.
I think maybe Michelle should have studied fashion history when she was doing those 2 Broadway shows and 34 off-Broadway shows that she mentioned, which are nowhere on idbd.com.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
I'm just saying. Right. She did this to Tammy Brown, too.
Okay. It's her birthday.
It's my birthday. Let me be a cunt.
What did she do to Honey, it must be your birthday every day on this podcast because this is not new behavior.
Shady,
okay.
This is not new.
Fuck you. Michelle told Tammy Brown something about her outfit not being period, blah, 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 blah. And Tammy's like, well, actually, I went to college for fashion and the line on my tights is something that they would have had, like that line on your neck. Because you know how your foundation settles into that one neckline sometimes? Michelle had more neck back then.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love Michelle being strong and wrong. because you think she knows everything because she's on a judging panel, but she's there because she got hired for a job. It's not like she qualified for it or anything. She does know some things, but
And I
fashion
think
history,
she would be
no.
the first to admit and laugh at herself about not exactly knowing everything.
I don't think she has a great humor about jokes on her because we know for a fact that when something gets said about her that she doesn't like, she'll text a girl like, "Really, girl? Talk to your friend. Can't believe she's saying," like, she is that girl.
Regarding what? Anyway, I also noticed during the runway, you could hear the judges talking, and I thought it was Ross Matthews, but it was Mayan Lopez. They have the same voice.
Mayan had a lot of great comments, and she looked gorgeous in the Marco outfit. I thought she looked very much like RuPaul's Familiar.
Sure, absolutely.
They were both in like asymmetrical, deep jewel tone gowns that were like gown, baby. I thought it was cute.
They were enjoying Daya this week, and I thought Daya was good. I thought she was serviceable. She didn't make me LOL, but her look was definitely like one of the most strong in the dog challenge.
I like the girls in the hot tub. I thought that they really shined, but maybe that's because I'm a water sign.
That could be, yeah.
Acid Betty got an A+ for the Marie Antoinette look, just because there was so much beautiful detail on it. The cameos of like a mohawked guy from the side, and then like it gave me like a paper version of the Priscilla Chandelier outfit, you know?
We can talk about that in the segment we just did.
Oh, I think that's great. CuCu broke some improv rules, but they still worked because she was funny with it. She said, "I am not the Taco Bell dog, and it was a burrito."
Chalupa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the top two are Ginger Minge, which that's out of left field. Like, I call riggery.
Come on. Actually, she deserved it this week.
She was great. She was great. She definitely deserved it. But
and Daya Betty also in the top, which I thought it could have gone to like Acid Betty. Like I thought
it was going to be Acid too. But the thing is, they need a villain in the finale, and they know Daya will be their villain against Mistress. What's the other Betty? Acid Betty is not going to be a villain anymore. She's in her congenial stage. She's like, I want to get these bookings, mama. I live in upstate New York.
Yeah. Well, the lip sync song is Mama Used to Say by Junior. What a fun song. Love this song.
Take your time. Nobody pointed to the wrist on time.
It was a very walk and point number.
Yeah, there was a lot of scooping.
I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to point over there. Yeah.
Well, these are girls.
That's right.
These are girls that don't do floor work really, because like Ginger has said, she's like, if I get down there, I'll have trouble getting up. And Daya is so fucking tall. Funny. I imagine the same thing, but the lip sync last week had a lot of close-ups of Ginger. She was just giving face and not doing much. And especially the face at the end when they told her that she won, she looked shocked as shit. She was like, that's why I went on Twitter and I was like, hey girl, do you think you won that? You were there. And I was asking it, and I didn't mean to be shady, but like based on her face, I thought like she knew that she shouldn't have won. But I was accused of so many things, of being so many accurate things. But I wasn't being shady. I just wanted to know, and she was there, and I was using my social media to be social. Is that so wrong?
Of course not, dear. RuPaul, can we pull up a clip from the episode? It's when RuPaul says, "All stars, I've made my decision." RuPaul's literal bump just hit during this. I don't know what is going on. I think I know what was going on, but can we literally play it?
All stars, I've made my decision.
Yeah, we really have to see it. You can't hear it, but
all stars, I've made my decision.
Here's what I think is happening in
Last
that
month,
moment.
before you all were even here. It's Ginger. That's her fucking
I
decision.
think she was having a little bit of a rough day. It's the end of the season. She's been doing this shit for a while, and she was trying really hard to seem enthusiastic. That's All Stars.
They said, okay, we'll go again.
Made my decision.
But
That's
honestly,
what I think was going on there.
I'm loving that they did the MVQ points on stage again because it gives a little more tension, and I like that. This lip sync win went to Daya Betty, and I'm glad it did. Her lip sync outfits have been really cute little scoochy meet and greet looks. I like them.
Yeah.
I wish the girl would put some hair on. Yeah, she did fine. Would I go to the ATM for it? No. If her Venmo was up on the screen, I might like send her a nickel and be like, good job, bitch. Just to be a cunt.
Nickel on Venmo. Fuck.
And
the MVQ points are divvied out as such. Cynthia gives her point to Alyssa. Denali gives her point to Acid Betty. Alyssa gives her point to Denali. And then the final decision is here for Acid Betty to make. And she says, I'm giving it to Cynthia. She beat Cancer, and she's going to beat the ass on this competition. Kakaraka.
Which is kind of... I did not expect that to happen because Denali gave her point to Acid Betty, and I thought there would be reciprocity there, but
sure,
it's okay. Denali is going to be fine the rest of her life, based on the performances that she's shown here. Who would not want to kiki and watch this bitch twirl? I love her.
Yeah, she did a really great showing this season, and I don't think she's going to have any trouble working.
No, and Kai for CuCu. When Acid and CuCu are hugging, I need that to be merch for Cynthia. I need her to open up the OnlyFans and just have drag queens taking off their makeup by making out with Cynthia Lee Fontaine. Or
I love that.
Or rimming her, because she got all that ass, too.
Her ass in the khakis in the
Almighty
scene, I was like, are you? Those pants are going to give, honey. They're going to give.
You need some princess pleats, sister.
Did you watch Untucked?
I did. And I just sent you a picture from it from one of my favorite moments.
Ginger opening her teeth?
No, that's the other thing. When you need to open a can, the easiest way is to use the other end of another can.
Oh, yeah, that's smart.
That's how I open my Red Bulls usually. But there were...
What are you showing me this picture of?
Oh, it's a dead horse being beaten by Daya Betty about the points again. And it shows Denali, Ginger, and other girl all like on one side having a conversation, all rolling their eyes, sipping, their drinks are running out of liquid. And then
everyone is over it.
The two other girls are like, one's playing with her hair. One's like, look, Cynthia's just in the back like, mama, I went through chemo for this. It's...
Girl.
And
no.
Honestly... I'm not making this seem like it's Daya being insufferable or unsufferable. Producers are making her talk about it. These are talking points because otherwise there is no drama unless you have an antagonist. And Daya is fine being that antagonist. So it is a useful reality TV trope. And she's letting herself be that girl, which is fine.
I just want to know why no one is using the cornhole board that is Michelle's mouth back there in the untucked space.
I'd stay as far away from that as possible too.
Okay.
I also had some problems with the challenge, and I'll just talk about this now, and you can put this wherever. There was a pun used 3 different times.
Which one?
They were like, bow, wow, wow. Zayn said it in the challenge. And then RuPaul said it at one point after T.S. Madison said it.
Yeah.
It was
Bow
just
Wow Presents Plus.
There are so many other things. I think Tom Campbell is great at his job, but maybe get someone under 60 to get some more current references.
Oh, okay.
Is that ageist?
What are the more current dog references? Dogs are timeless.
I mean, the spay and neuter thing, that happened at least 2 or 3 times also. Bob Barker is
jokes
dead.
About that, yeah. For sure.
They missed the Beethoven
Fuck
jokes.
Bob Barker's legacy.
I just thought that it could have been a fresher take, you know?
Well, you know what? All in all, an exciting bracket of television. Can't wait to see what happens next week. And until then, we want to thank you so much for joining us for Race Chaser Au Courant this week. My name is Alaska.
My name's Willam. It's my birthday.
Yes, it is Willam's birthday, and we would love for you to write a review of our podcast on your podcast app, and don't forget to subscribe. Take a moment to leave us a rating, too.
I just want to say you should have given me your point. Because my tone is always very pointed, so I need the points.
Okay,
but
all right.
Also,
cool. Act the fool, girl. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Willam at the Only Alaska 5000, and our Race Chaser account is at Race Chaser Pod, and our Mom Podcast Instagram and TikTok is at Mom Podcasts.
And email us at racechaserpodcast@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. If you don't do drag and your no drag ass knowledge has some things to say about drag to us who do drag, some bona fide scuttlebutt would also be nice, plus nudes. It's my birthday.
We will be back next week with more discussion, dissection, and dissemination. Race
Chaser is not endorsed by World of Wonder, Viacom, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for an entertainment and informational purposes only.
RuPaul's Drag Race and all names, pictures, audio, and video clips are registered trademarks and or copyrights of their respected trademark and or copyright holders. Mom! To listen to Race Chaser ad-free and get access to all of Mom Podcast's premium content, including weekly episodes of Unplugged, check out Mom Plus Gold at mompodcast.plus.
Race Chaser is produced by Moguls of Media, a.k.a. Mom.
Hosted by Alaska and Willam.
Produced by Big Dipper.
Editing and sound design by Will Pitts and Scott Anderson.
Media and design support by Stone Cold.
Our theme song is Race Chaser by Alaska Thunderfuck.
Executive produced by Alaska, Willam, Big Dipper, Camille Stennis, and Joe Cilia.
Recorded at Forever Dog Productions.